Now, this is the Blackburn Center where the Potomac Hiking Club owns. And I guess there's a caretaker in there. They said there was. I didn't get in here till about 6:30. Didn't see no caretaker. I guess they must have been in bed or something. I don't know. And it's 7 o'clock in the morning. I don't see no caretaker. The place is taken care of, though. You could tell. I mean, the porch looks like it was swept and all. I don't know. But I'm out of here. I gotta climb out of here now, and I heard it's quite a climb to get back to the trail. That's the only problem with that. Ain't nothing to do but to do it, you know. I just climbed up to the Blackburn Trail Center, Potomac Hunting Club, Potomac Hiking Club headquarters, and quite a climb. I think it might rain today. There's rain clouds there, so we might get wet. The good news is it's not cold. I've got my new rain jacket back there, so I'm not worried about it. I'm on my way to Harper's Ferry. Let's go. I hope I get there at a reasonable time. We're on our way. Hopefully I'll have a new pair of shoes today at the end of the day. It's a beautiful morning. Yeah. I'm probably gonna get rained on. I am juicing right now my transponder because I have juice. Coming into town today, so I should have the transponder up and running. If anybody sees my location, they can see I'm going into Harper's Ferry. Alright, I'm putting this camera away before I fall off these boards. Well, looks like we're in the rocks. Nice breeze up here, but it's all rocks. Made a hole in the blaze. Made a bird's nest in there, I guess. Now let's go. Welcome to Virginia. That way. Welcome to West Virginia. That way, in this busy ass road. I hope I don't get run over. Alright, let's take me home. I think we're in West Virginia. If we're not, we're pretty close. But I get up here to the heights and looking down at the Shenandoah. I'm going on into Harper's Ferry. Will be left Virginia for good, that's for sure. Alright. Let me put this phone down and click it on. I meant to sit across that parking area back there. And there was a guy named Gunrunner that hiked the trail years ago. And he was doing trail magic, giving out drinks. I stopped and talked to him and drank the cold drink. And then went on. I didn't film it. But, you know, it's just... Anyway, it set me back a few minutes. That's all right. I was due a break anyway. All right, let's go. It's plus a much appreciated drink. All right. Martians. All right. All right, it's coming up on 1 o'clock. It rained a little bit earlier. It's all that's gone, and it's not too bad. I'm not sweating too bad. I got enough water. I'm not getting any water. I'm going straight down to the Shenandoah River. I should get to the heights and start picking my way down across the Shenandoah. I'm hoping by 2 o'clock, but that might be a pipe dream of all these rocks. Definitely before 3. I want to go check the conservatory there in the middle of the town and then go down to the post office before it closes and get my shoes, new shoes. Then I'll figure out where I'm going to stay at. You know, that's all there is to it. You know, I'll figure it out. I got a headlight now. I can hike out of town and get in my hammock if I have to. All right, let's go. All right, no rocks for a few minutes. This is good.
Did.
I hear you. All right, it's 1 o'clock. I'm 2 miles from the Shenandoah River. Made pretty good time through the rocks because I didn't stop. I didn't take any breaks, didn't do nothing. So I'm doing pretty good. But plus the trail's opening up a little bit right here. But that sign back there was the end of Virginia, coming into the Harpers Ferry National Park. This is Harpers Ferry, West Virginia now, all the way. We've been going along the West Virginia border for some time now, but now we're exclusively in West Virginia, and that's it, no more Virginia. So the state of Virginia is officially behind me. Yeah. You know, you never know, but I wonder if this is some of the Civil War breastworks along here. They've had the town of Harpers Ferry, I think, changed hands. It's like 10 or 12, 15 times. There's some great amount of times. There was a bunch of times changed hands during the Civil War. It was a strategic location, but it was hard to hold because once they took the heights over, this ridge was a ridge. Superior force could take the ridge, and they could rain down cannon fire and just plummet the town. So they would just abandon it instead of letting the town, because they knew it was going to change hands again. Interesting history on the Civil War during that time, but there was some little battles that was done up here along this bridge. All right, let's go. Making much better time now. The it's opened up. I can hear way down there. I can hear traffic. And we're going down pretty quick, down to the Shenandoah River. Put this phone away, I don't want to trip. I can hear the traffic going across the bridge. I think it's like a half a mile straight down now. Pretty steep. So I'm going to put this phone away. And it gets steeper too and rocky. There's the bridge crossing it. There's the Shenandoah. And man, is it low. Shenandoah River. Look how low that puppy is. Merges with the Potomac right down there. Look at these guys out here in the river. Guys are fishing. how you gonna? Some of them boys tried to aqua blaze and come down this river. I don't see how you could even get a kayak down it. I mean, much less a canoe. I mean, it's all rocks. All right, let's get a move on. All right, I found me a hotel room here, Quality Inn outside town.
And if it did,
both hostels were filled up. When I called, I got down to the conservatory. I got my halfway picture taken. I'm in the book of my registration and trail name, and so I'm in the book. On my way to Katahdin. So my thru hike is registered half. And here's the deal. There was a big bubble behind me. And from what I understand, that bubble is stretched out, and it's mostly the people that have started around the first week in April. And the first week from the beginning of April is a popular time to start. You don't need the winter gear, and so it's not as expensive. And a lot of your younger crowd, the younger hikers, will start then, and people that are in really good shape. Your ultralight hikers will start in the middle of May. You know, your ultralight ones that are in real good shape. So these are the ones out of that bubble that have caught and passed me, or caught up with. They've caught up with me. It's stretching out, so there's actually probably less hikers behind me, and a lot of hikers dropping out. So that's the bubble stretched out. The fast ones have caught me, and a lot of hikers dropping out, and that's typical. A lot of your older hikers will start early. A lot of hikers will start early early in March, knowing they need to be in better shape, and they just don't make it. You know, they don't make it up. So I've seen with my own eyes probably close to half a dozen hikers that were hiking, and a couple of them I didn't think, no way they were going to drop out. They're out. You know, they're out. I'm surprised myself. I figured by this time overuse injuries would eat me up, but I'm getting tough. My feet are getting pretty tough, and so I'm hanging in there. I went down and got my shoes. I've doubled down. I'm getting lighter on my gear. I need to get me a good night's sleep tonight. I did one last night. I stayed in that pack cabin, but the pack cabin wasn't nothing but, it's a plywood bunk. And so all I had was that little Z-pad to lay on, and I didn't sleep very good. And when you're really sore, I mean, that roller coaster was really, it was like 4,000 or 5,000 feet of elevation gain. 4,600 feet of elevation gain, I think I had yesterday. And my legs were just banjo tight. It was hard to sleep on that hard surface. And I just catnapped all night. So I'm gonna, plus at the store, when I was at that store, they had an extra espresso that they messed up, and I'm through hiking. So would you like this? They come out there and gave it to me, and had like a double layer of caffeine. I think that didn't help either, drinking that in the afternoon. Then going through the heat. So maybe that wasn't good, but nevertheless, I'm gonna take off in the morning, and this will be the first time I've never crossed the Potomac, never hiked there. I've been looking ahead, trying to do a little bit of logistics, and over all my section hikes before, everything down south there, I've always looked it over, poured over whatever I could, looked it over in the armchair back at the house, before I went, and I haven't seen any of this. I have no idea. I'm looking ahead, and managing your food bag is kind of important. So I'm just looking. I'm just going to pack for 50 miles, and I'm looking at 46, 48, a place called Waynesboro. There's another one down there around 60 miles from here that would be good to get out and get the motel room. And it's got a good resupply area, very, very close to the trail. So I'm looking at places like that, and I'm not carrying just a humongous food bag. I think I'm going to go with about a 3 or 4 day food bag. I'm going to take off out of here tomorrow. But I might, on the way out, stop in a restaurant, eat breakfast, because I got to go across town. I couldn't get to the hostels I wanted to get to, so that's okay though. It's all right. So we'll see. I'll probably I might stay in a hostel here in a few miles. I might stop and stay one just to get my just to get my clothes done. I'm gonna look at that. I'm gonna be constantly looking at. I'm gonna have to be doing the logistics every night. But anyway, let me round this video up. This is the last one, and until I get the Wi-Fi again, get out here and get the Wi-Fi again. So let me wrap it up. Here we go.